Hello and welcome to Listen and Score. This channel is to read for you. In this, we will be reading the content which may be an answer to the questions given from the law papers. And in this video, we are going to go with the first semester Law of Contract, Unit 2, Part 1. Right? So, in this we are going to discuss about the validity of contract with a minor, as well as who are competent to contract, what is the legal effect of a minor's contract. So, introduction. Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act provides that all agreements or contracts, if they are made by, number 1, the free consent of the parties, number 2, competent to contract, number 3, for a lawful consideration, and number 4, with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. Who are competent to contract? What is their capacity to contract? Competency to contract is an essential element to a valid contract. Section 2 provides that every person is competent to contract who is the age of majority according to the law of which he is subject, and who is of sound mind and is not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject. Therefore, number 1, minors, number 2, persons of unsound mind, and number 3, persons disqualified by law to which they are subject are the incompetent persons to contract. If these incompetent persons commit any contracts, such contracts become void. Then, who is a minor? Section 3 of the Indian Majority Act 1875 defines minority. Every person domiciled in India shall be deemed to have attained his majority when he shall have completed his age of 18 years and not before. Thus, a minor is not a competent person to contract. Hereunder, some problems with solutions are given for easy understanding. Problem number 1. A minor, borrows rupees 25,000 from B by executing a mortgage deed in favor of B. Can B recover the sum from A? Solution. The mortgage made by A minor is void. The money lender B could not recover the sum of rupees 25,000. And this is Mohri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh 1903. Now, problem 2. Can a minor's contract be specifically enforced and ratified? Can a plea of estoppel be taken against a minor? Problem 3. M, a minor, borrowed some money by executing a bond. When he became major, he executed a second bond for the earlier borrowed money as well as interest on it. Discuss the validity of the second bond with the help of a decided case law. Now, solution for both 2 and 3 problems. For both, the answer is no. Since the minor's contract is absolutely void, the question of specific performance of such a contract does not arise. There can be no question of ratification. The consideration of the past agreement entered by a person during his minority cannot be a good consideration of the contract ratified on attaining majority. There is no estoppel against the minor. So, Bholaram Harbans Lal versus Bhagat Ram 1927. Now, let us see the exceptions. As a general rule, a minor's agreement is absolutely void. But there are following exceptions for the benefit of the minor. sales, mortgages, contracts, etc., in favor of minors, the first exception. A minor is incompetent to contract, yet he may accept a benefit and be a transferee. A duly executed transfer by way of sale or mortgage in favor of a minor who has paid the consideration is valid. On behalf of the minor, his natural guardian, father or mother or any other de jure guardian can enter into contract to purchase any property on the name of the minor. In the similar way, mortgage agreement may be concluded for the benefit of the minor. It is for the benefit of the minor. Second exception, partnership. A minor may be admitted as a partner in a partnership firm to the benefits of a partnership without personal liabilities of such minor. Section 30 of Indian Partnership Act 1932. Third exception, payments of debt incurred during minority. It is permissible at law for a person after attaining majority to elect to pay the debt incurred by him during his minority. Exception 4. Specific performance. A minor's agreement being void cannot be specifically enforced, but a contract may be entered into on behalf of a minor by his guardian or by his next friend or by a legal manager of his estate for the benefit of the minor and can specifically be enforced in a court of law. Fifth exception, necessaries. Section 68 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 provides for liability in respect of necessaries supplied to person incapable of entering into a contract. A minor is an incapable person. Hence, the provisions of Section 68 apply to a minor. The liability is not personal. It pertains to the estate of minor. It resembles the obligations of quasi-contractual nature. What are the necessaries? Education, residence, clothes, funeral expenses of parents, marriage expenses of sisters of the minor, etc. are deemed to be the necessaries of a minor. Luxuries are not treated as necessaries. Sixth one, insurance. A contract of insurance may be insurance by a de facto guardian of a minor in respect of the minor's goods and property is held valid. It is being for the benefit of the minor. The minor would be entitled to sue thereon. However, contract of insurance against the person of minor is not valid. Seventh exception, joint documents. When a document is executed by a minor and a major, the document is void in respect of minor and valid in respect of major. It can be enforced against the major person. Eighth exception, marriage. A contract for the marriage of a minor is done for his or her benefit. In India, it is a custom to perform the marriages between minors. The Muslim personal law adopts principle of puberty for the marriages. The codified Hindu Marriage Act 1955 strictly prohibits the minor's marriage, but the custom adopts the minor's marriage which are prevailing all over the country. Section 5 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 prescribes that bridegroom should complete 21 years and bride should complete 18 years besides these provisions. Child Marriage Restraint Amendment Act 1978 has been enacted prohibiting the child marriages. Minors marriage is a voidable marriage. Ninth exception, contracts of apprenticeship. The Indian Apprentices Act 1850 provides for service contracts to be entered into by the guardian of a minor for the minor's benefit. Benefit is binding on minors. This principle is adopted from the leading case Roberts versus Gray of England. And the 10th exception, and the last one, is the doctrine of restitution is also an exception in case of minors. So this is all for this video. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe and share to your friends. This channel helps you in scoring better results. Also, it helps you in revising and recollecting the topics already you have learned. Thank you.